What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so LeBron James is in the news because of a recent interview that he did on a podcast. I forget the podcast's name, but during this interview, there have been various things that have come out. He made the announcement that he has no plans on retiring anytime soon. Um, whether or not that means that he will continue to try to extend his NBA career past year 23, or even if that means, some of the rumors about him starting up a competitive league are true. I don't know, man. At this point, he may never go away. In addition to that, LeBron James made the absurd claim that he is far from a wealthy man. He made the ridiculous claim that he's essentially broke with only a couple of $1,000s in his bank account, and that he wears a lot of free clothes given to him, I guess by companies that he either endorses or people that like him, And, I don't know where he comes up with this bullshit, man. But, when you have some of the densest people in your fan base in history that believe any and everything you say, you get away with that. It kind of reminds me of another guy. I'm not going to say no names. I'm just going to say that he lives on a street called Pennsylvania, and his fan base is dumb as fuck, too. So, but anyway, this is LeBron James claiming to be broke.
A quick Google search says that your net worth is $1.2 billion.
Now, y'all want me to start lying?
Be you.
Google search is a lie. That is a lie.
That's wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Is it more? Is it less?
Oh, it's way less.
Oh.
Yeah, it's way less.
Okay.
It's way less. There's a couple thousand in my bank. That's it. I got a couple thousand. That's my room key. I am free for me. Everything. Everything I got on free. Everything.
I heard you with the young king, Chris is his name. Yeah, how much for the shirt? Free.
Free.
How much for the pants?
Yo, I'm telling
Free.
you. Everything.
The Richard wasn't free. No way.
This is free. This is LeBron edition Richard Mille.
Is this actually a LeBron edition?
Yes.
Oh, so then it probably was free.
Listen, you see my wedding band? It say my queen, free. Hat, wave cap, Dewey, free. Listen, Forever King is free, Forever King me. I ain't got no money, man.
I'm broke, baby.
My kids got all the money now. NILs and shit. They got all the money. They take care of dad now. I ain't got nothing. I'm broke.
For a guy who claims he's broke, he sure took that $54 million max money, didn't he? Oh, boy. But look, I'm going to say this. Now, I will concede this. Just because you see a general you see a general claim that he's worth 1.2, 1.3, $1.4 billion, that doesn't mean that he actually has $1 billion in cash. Okay, that's net worth. So it's conceivable that if you actually look for actual cash, I mean, you might find maybe $300 million in cash. But if he trying to insinuate that all he got is a couple of thousands of dollars in his bank account, that's it, nigga, get the fuck up out of here, bro. Look, we all know what the climate's like right now with greed and avarice and this ongoing scandal that's probably going to blow up in the NBA with Kawhi Leonard and taking money on the table. So of course he's going to say some shit like this. Oh yeah, I'm frugal. I don't take money. I barely making ends meet. The fuck out of here, bro. Nobody's stupid. Okay, nobody's stupid, LeBron. I mean, ain't you the same dude that said after your horrific performance in the 2011 NBA Finals, aren't you the same guy that said something to the effect of, when people are criticizing your performance, well, they're going to have to deal with your critics. They're going to wake up with the same problems they've had all their lives, essentially insinuating about money problems. While when you wake up, you can be living your life, right? There's no way in hell somebody that make only they only got a couple thousands of dollars in their bank account lives the lifestyle that you live. Going overseas and staying in Paris for a week on vacation, going to Canada for a week, or going to China for a couple weeks. And I mean, clearly you, you're one of the richest players in the history of the NBA. I don't even have to look up. I think isn't he like the first player to make $500 million in earnings? That doesn't mean that he just had that money sitting in his account. But one of the things that I know that most billionaires have in common, the successful billionaires. I'm not talking about these hood rich rappers who end up being broke in a couple of years. I'm talking about these billionaires. Is they always live beneath their means. Almost all of them live way beneath their means. So yeah, what he's saying is, sure, I might only have a couple of thousands of dollars in my account, but when he says a couple of thousand, he means, probably like 150,000. And then most of my shit is in the bank, and if anything, it's appreciating interest over years, and I make some investments, and I have hopefully some trustworthy people working with my money, and I'm building my wealth. But at the same time, I'm very frugal with my money. That's probably what he really means. But brother, you're not broke. Please don't insult our intelligence. Okay, we've seen your home. The area that you live in, and you ain't goddamn the Bundys and shit. You're not LeBron Bundy, and somehow you're a shoe salesman, but you live in a home. Yeah, that shit used to always bug me about married with children, man. I was supposed to have a minimum wage job, right? Selling shoes. He's the only breadwinner in the house, but yet somehow they live in that nice home. Because remember, Al lives next door to Marcy, who's a banker. That she's a banker. Before she met Jefferson, who was a gigolo in the male version of Peggy, she was married to Steve, and I think Steve had a good job at first. I said, wait a minute. As I got older, like 10 or 11, I said, how the hell does Al live in this big home, all these rooms? They say it's a mansion, but it's a nice home. How does he live here and he makes minimum wage? But, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. Please. I'm broke, man. My kids taking care of me. Did you miss me? I'm Varnell. LaVarnell Hill. Man, I'm broke, Martin. Yeah, man. I got my own lake. Catfish is delicious.